This video is on the Emancipation Proclamation, which was written by Abraham Lincoln about halfway through the Civil War. The Emancipation Proclamation was formally written and released on January 1st, 1863. So that's the when, January 1st, 1863. And it was written by Abraham Lincoln. It referred to a public announcement that was to formally free all slaves in the United States. So this was a very welcome proclamation by those in the North, and especially for people who were abolitionists. As you know, abolitionists are anti-slavery. So this was a very joyous occasion for that, and there was great excitement in the North. And also in the South, the word spread quickly that there was a formal proclamation by the president that all slavery was to end, although there was a couple of major problems with this. Now you could see in the North it inspired African Americans greatly, and there was enlistment and an increase in African American troops for the North. So this was very inspiring. Here we see the proclamation stating that on the first day of January in 1863, all slavery was to end in the United States. But again, there was problems with this proclamation. It was obviously a great thing, but the problem was the war was still going on. And so the South refused to follow the proclamation. The South, or the Confederacy, sometimes called the rebels, refused to follow the proclamation because the war was still going on. The South was not defeated, and Lincoln could not enforce this freedom until the war was over in the South. But it still greatly inspired those in the South who were against slavery, and it also greatly inspired people who were still slaves in the South. Many attempted to escape after this and flee north because they knew that if they reached the North, they would be free and they were safe. So it certainly was inspirational. The Emancipation Proclamation also gave hope to those in the North after 2 years of fighting to keep fighting on, and it gave hope to many soldiers who were inspired for the cause. And it also gave hope to abolitionists and those who were very active in the anti-slavery movement. So it basically was a message of hope, and it certainly inspired, from a military perspective, the Northern cause. So it certainly was another major turning point, and Abraham Lincoln was very strong in his commitment, and went very, very public with it. And so it reached, but yet the war still dragged on for 2 more years to achieve that goal of completely ending slavery. Newspapers in the North covered it and publicized it. This is one. This newspaper is called the Anti-Slavery Standard from New York. Published information about the Emancipation Proclamation. So in spite of the fact that it took 2 more years of fighting to bring it to all of the states of the Union and all of the states of the country, it still was a very important milestone in the Civil War and in civil rights and freedom in the United States.